Success is not only about money. Money is simply a result. Real success begins in the mind and the way you think, the habits you build, and the way you respond to life. Many people spend years chasing wealth without realizing that wealth is first created internally before it ever appears externally. A millionaire mindset is not reserved for people born rich. It is not limited to business owners, celebrities, or people with special advantages. It is a way of thinking and living that anyone can develop with consistency and discipline. The truth is simple. You attract success by becoming the kind of person who is prepared for it. Everything starts with your mind. Your thoughts shape your decisions shape your habits shape your future. If you constantly focus on fear, doubt, excuses, and limitations, your life will reflect those things. But when you focus on growth, opportunity, discipline, and value, your life begins to move in a different direction. One of the biggest mistakes people make is believing their mindset cannot change. They think they are stuck with the beliefs they grew up with. But the human mind is flexible. It can be trained, strengthened, and transformed. If you want to develop a millionaire mindset, the first step is taking responsibility for your life. Not your family's life, not your boss's life, not society's life, your life. The moment you stop blaming circumstances and start taking ownership, everything changes. Responsibility gives you power. It places you back in control of your future. Today, we are going to explore 3 powerful methods that can help you build a millionaire mindset. These methods are simple, but they require action. Information alone changes nothing. Transformation only happens when knowledge is applied consistently. So pay close attention. Method 1. Reprogram your beliefs about money and success. Your beliefs act like invisible instructions running in the background of your life. Whether you realize it or not, they influence your choices, confidence, and financial results. Many people grow up hearing negative messages about money. Money's hard to earn. Rich people are selfish. We can't afford that. People like us never become wealthy. When these messages are repeated over and over again, they become deeply rooted in the subconscious mind. The problem is this: if you secretly believe money is bad, difficult, or unavailable, you will unconsciously push opportunities away. You may hesitate to take risks, undervalue yourself, or settle for less than you deserve. That is why awareness is the first step. Take a moment and ask yourself, what do I truly believe about money? What do I believe about success? Do I believe wealth is possible for me? Write your answers down honestly. Once you identify limiting beliefs, challenge them. Is every wealthy person greedy? Of course not. There are generous wealthy people who create jobs, support charities, and help others. Is money impossible to earn? No. Money flows toward value. The more value you provide to others, the more opportunities you create for yourself. The next step is replacing old beliefs with stronger ones. Start feeding your mind empowering thoughts. Tell yourself, I am capable of creating success. I can learn valuable skills. Money is a tool that can improve lives. I deserve growth and abundance. These statements may feel uncomfortable at first, but repetition matters. The mind believes what it hears repeatedly. Visualization is another powerful tool. Spend a few minutes every day imagining the life you want to create. Picture yourself succeeding. Imagine the work you are doing, the people you are helping, and the confidence you carry. The brain responds strongly to emotion and imagination. When you consistently visualize success, your actions begin to align with that vision, but mindset alone is not enough. Action is what reinforces belief. Every time you take a positive step, learning a new skill, saving money, starting a project, speaking with confidence, you prove to yourself that growth is possible. Confidence is built through evidence. Another important factor is your environment. The people around you influence your mindset more than you realize. If you spend all your time around negativity, excuses, and fear, those attitudes slowly become normal to you. But when you surround yourself with ambitious, disciplined, and positive people, your thinking expands. This does not mean abandoning everyone in your life. It simply means being intentional about the voices you allow to shape your mindset. Books, podcasts, mentors, and educational content can also become part of your environment. Study successful people, learn how they think, observe their habits. Success leaves clues. Gratitude is another habit that transforms your mindset. Most people focus on what they lack, Gratitude shifts your focus toward what you already have. When you appreciate your current blessings, you create a mindset of abundance instead of scarcity. Every morning, write down 3 things you are grateful for. They do not need to be huge. Maybe it is your health, your family, or simply another opportunity to improve. Gratitude trains your mind to see possibilities instead of limitations. Reprogramming your beliefs is the foundation of the millionaire mindset. Once your inner world changes, your outer world begins to follow. Method 2, master discipline. Discipline is the bridge between dreams and results. Without discipline, goals remain ideas. With discipline, ideas become reality. Most people wait until they feel motivated before taking action. But motivation is temporary. Some days you feel inspired and other days you do not. Discipline means doing what must be done whether you feel like it or not. That is what separates successful people from average people. A millionaire mindset is built daily through small, consistent actions. Think about your routines. How do you start your mornings? How do you spend your time? What habits dominate your day? Your daily habits quietly shape your future. Successful people are intentional with their time. They plan, they prioritize, they focus on activities that create long-term results. Meanwhile, distractions destroy potential. Hours disappear through endless scrolling, gossip, procrastination, and entertainment. Time is your most valuable resource because once it is gone, you can never get it back. Discipline also means learning to say no. Every yes to distraction is a no to your future. You cannot build an extraordinary life while constantly chasing comfort. Sometimes discipline means waking up early. Sometimes it means studying when others are relaxing. Sometimes it means saving money instead of spending it. Short-term sacrifice creates long-term freedom. Physical discipline is equally important. Your body affects your energy, focus, and emotional strength. Exercise regularly. Eat healthy foods. Get enough sleep. A strong body supports a strong mind. Financial discipline matters too. Many people increase their income but never build wealth because they lack control over their spending. A millionaire mindset focuses on building assets, saving consistently, and investing wisely. One of the best habits you can develop is paying yourself first. Before spending money on entertainment or unnecessary purchases, set aside a portion for savings and investments. This simple habit builds security and teaches delayed gratification. Emotional discipline is another hidden key to success. Life will not always go your way. There will be setbacks, criticism, rejection, and failure. The question is, how will you respond? People with a weak mindset react emotionally to every obstacle. They quit quickly. But disciplined people remain focused even during difficult moments. They understand that temporary struggles do not define their future. Discipline is like a muscle. The more you practice it, the stronger it becomes. Start small. Wake up 30 minutes earlier. Read for 20 minutes daily. Exercise consistently. Track your spending. Small wins create momentum. Over time, those small habits build confidence, structure, and self-respect. Remember this, you do not need perfection. You need consistency. Even if you fail one day, get back on track immediately. Do not allow one mistake to become a permanent pattern. Success belongs to people who keep moving forward. Method 3, commit to continuous growth. A millionaire mindset is built on constant learning. The world changes rapidly. Industries evolve. Technology advances. Opportunities shift. The people who succeed long-term are those who continue learning and adapting. Growth should never stop. Ask yourself, when was the last time you truly invested in your mind? Real education does not end after school. In fact, many successful people believe self-education is one of the greatest advantages in life. They read books, they attend seminars, they listen to experts, they learn new skills, they stay curious. Reading is one of the most powerful habits you can develop. Books allow you to learn from people who have already achieved success. For a small investment, you gain access to years of experience, wisdom, and lessons. Read books about business, psychology, communication, leadership, finance, and personal development. But remember, knowledge without action is useless. When you learn something valuable, apply it immediately. Even one small action can create momentum. Mentorship is another shortcut to growth. Find people who are ahead of you and learn from them. A mentor can help you avoid mistakes, improve faster, and see opportunities you may overlook. If you cannot find a mentor personally, learn through interviews, books, podcasts, and online courses. You do not need to reinvent the wheel. Another important mindset shift is learning to view failure differently. Most people fear failure so much that they never take action. But failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is part of success. Every successful person has faced rejection, disappointment, and mistakes. What makes them different is their willingness to learn and continue. Challenges develop strength. Pressure develops resilience. Experience develops wisdom. Growth happens outside your comfort zone. If you always choose comfort, you will remain stuck in the same place. Continuous growth also requires feedback. Constructive criticism can be uncomfortable, but it helps you improve. Instead of becoming defensive, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I improve? The most successful people are constantly refining themselves. Your environment also affects your growth. Surround yourself with people who inspire progress. Energy is contagious. If you spend time around people who complain constantly and avoid responsibility, that mindset will influence you. But when you surround yourself with motivated and growth-focused individuals, you naturally begin aiming higher. Reflection is another powerful habit. At the end of each day, evaluate yourself. What went well today? What could I improve? What lesson did I learn? Self-reflection creates awareness, and awareness creates growth. Adaptability is also essential. The world rewards people who can adjust to change. Instead of fearing new situations, learn to see them as opportunities. Every challenge carries lessons. Every change creates possibilities. Finally, growth requires humility. The moment you believe you know everything is the moment you stop improving. Stay curious. Stay open-minded. Always remain willing to learn. Final thoughts. Developing a millionaire mindset is not about luck, talent, or background. It is about intention. It is about discipline. It is about becoming the kind of person who creates value, embraces growth, and takes responsibility. The three methods we discussed, reprogramming your beliefs, mastering discipline, and committing to continuous growth, form the foundation of long-term success. These principles are available to anyone. You do not need perfect circumstances to begin. You simply need a decision to think differently, a decision to act differently, a decision to stop settling for less than your potential. Imagine what your life could look like 1 year from now if you committed fully to your growth. Imagine where you could be in 5 years. Small actions repeated consistently create extraordinary results. Remember, success is not a destination. It is a process of becoming. Every challenge you overcome strengthens your character. Every disciplined action shapes your future. Every lesson you learn expands your possibilities. A true millionaire mindset is not only about money. It is about purpose, freedom, impact, and fulfillment. So start today. Train your mind, protect your habits, invest in your growth, and most importantly, take action. Because the life you want will only be created by the person you choose to become.